Hello and welcome to a special breaking news edition of the WrestleTalk News. I'm Ollie Davis in my house at 10 p.m. on a Sunday. I was about to have a bath, but wrestling news waits for no man, and WWE have just released two superstars, or wrestlers to normal people. Two wrestlers, they released one about 2 hours ago, and then 45 minutes ago, another statement on their website. They released another. The people are Sin Cara and Luke Harper. Both people, of course, asked for their releases earlier this year. Luke Harper released for his all the way back in April following WrestleMania 35, and Sin Cara just released for his request. It's late. Last month. Now, we'll get on to the Luke Harper stuff after Sin Cara first, but interestingly, this isn't the first time Sin Cara's been released. Not as an actual wrestler, but as a character, I guess. Because up until 2011, from about 2009 to 2011, we had Sin Cara Uno. Sin Cara was played by Mystico, who was a big star in Mexico, used to wrestle for CMLL. There was a big furore around him before he came in. And he was really sort of Triple H's first project. People looked at him and went, that's the guy who's going to run the company, who's going to run WWE one day. Talking about Triple H, of course, not Sin Cara. So Sin Cara was going to be the sort of proving ground for Triple H, but he rubbed people the wrong way. He had a big star mentality that the locker room didn't really like. And after 2 years, both sides kind of called it quits. And I think there was a wellness policy violation in there as well. And the original Sin Cara left. Now, what do you do in a primary school when the class pet dies? You just replace them and hope no one notices. And they got Hunico, who was a wrestler they had down in developmental. He first joined around 2009. That's the Sin Cara we're talking about now. So he's been with the company for a decade. Sin Cara Dos, as we'll call him, I suppose, he took the mask and put it on, and that's why around that period in WWE, Sin Cara suddenly has a huge chest tattoo coming out of his shoulder, because that's Hunico's chest tattoo. Now, funny enough, Hunico, Sin Cara now, was a legit tough guy. There are so many stories about him backstage, having altercations with people, and more crucially, ending up on top. He had a run-in with Simon Gotch in the canteen, I think, and Hunico won that one. The other story, I think, is around him having a run-in with Sheamus at the trainer's room, and I think Sin Cara was in there getting seen to, and Sheamus came in and he was like, well, I'm a bigger star, give me the therapist's massage bench. And Sin Cara said no and punched him to the floor. That's a 2-0 record. But the best story about Sin Cara Dos is on, I think it was a 2017 European tour that WWE do in November time. And that's a hugely stressful time. You've got loads of wrestlers all bunched up in a coach doing like 14 dates over 10 days, unfamiliar country. The last thing you want is a luchador sitting behind you and humming an annoying tune. And that's exactly what happened to Chris Jericho. So Chris Jericho turns round to Sin Cara, because presumably it's like having a kid just kick in the back of your chair asking, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Or Donde Esta, I suppose. And Jericho says, can you stop that, please? And Sin Cara must have said, no, I'm going to carry on my annoying humming, thank you very much. So Chris Jericho had a scuffle with him, and Sin Cara was thrown off the bus. And interestingly enough, about a month later, Jericho would run down to help Kevin Owens in a segment on Raw, but in disguise, wearing a Sin Cara mask. So that all happened in Sin Cara's career, but he was getting a bit of a push last year. He was entering a feud with Andrade because it's WWE and Mexican people mainly just face Mexican people. But he got injured and he was out for a long time, but he came back about 2 months ago after Raw did the sort of draft, so mid-October, and he was getting a bit of a push there, again, against Andrade because Mexican people, and because Andrade had Zelina Vega, Sin Cara even got a lady second. He got a lady door. Her name was like Carolina or Catalina or Catalona. I don't know. WWE don't know either. They kept switching between the names. And Sin Cara went up against Andrade like 3 weeks in a row and lost every time. And then Lady Doll was nowhere to be seen. And on the November the 11th it was, which funnily enough was a European tour again. They taped that episode of Raw on the Friday night in Manchester, I think, and 3 days later they air it on Raw. And Sin Cara posts a tweet, all in Spanish. Now we're going to do a bit of in-camera editing here. I'm going to take the phone. Ooh, and here's my screen. Ignore the picture of Rudy Charles. He's just a really good referee. So this was the statement that Sin Cara tweeted out. Liberación de contrato de Sin Cara. Now, I think my Spanish tells me that is something about going to the library. Where is the library? Don't worry, we've got a translation. So this is from Mike Killam, who used to vote for WrestleZone. He's a really good writer. And this was essentially what it said. Last night, after praying and considering it a lot, thinking about my children and the future, I made one of the most difficult but sensible decisions I have had to make in my professional wrestling career. I have asked for my WWE release. Since I was a child, all I wanted to do was fight, and all my life I have taken decisions and sacrifices to put myself in a position to fulfill that dream. There are 20 long years of experience and total dedication to my sport that I love and respect. I have travelled the world, met incredible people, and fought for the incredible fans of the WWE Universe. I'm so grateful for the opportunity they gave me. However, I realise that I am stuck in a place where I am not valued as an athlete or talent. I have worked hard and honestly for many years to polish my trade. I have been loyal, respectful, a team player, support, and I have waited patiently for the opportunity to show the world everything I can do. Unfortunately, after all these years, that opportunity never came, or I feel that it will ever come while I remain where I am. The best years of my professional wrestling career are coming, and I think the best is yet to come. I'm a healthy, disciplined man, respectful of my profession and environment, of my companions, and mainly of the public who has never failed. This is not the end. On the contrary, this is the beginning of the next chapter, and I am excited for what the future holds. I want to thank WWE for this incredible chapter. I will always be grateful. Most importantly, thanks to the WWE Universe for its unwavering support, and to all my public, I guess that means fans, that in all parts of the world has supported me and showed its affection. The only way I can correspond is by continuing to prove with all that narrow passion and professionalism that I have always shown. Thanks from the bottom of my heart. Now, there were probably a few little Google Translate errors there, but WWE initially denied the release. That was a release request. It's sort of that tactic at the moment that Mike Kanellis has done, Luke Harper has done, Sin Cara has done, publicly ask for your release on Twitter, and WWE are kind of PR-wise strongholded into kind of hoping to give you a release. They haven't done that for anyone, though, for this entire time. Now they've done it for 2 of the 3 people who have done it. But yeah, just earlier today, WWE.com simply did their usual statement of WWE has come to the terms on the release of Sin Cara. We wish him best. WWE wishes him best in all his future endeavours. The old future endeavours line. Now, the other person is Luke Harper. So Luke Harper, he asked for his release. I'm going to take the thing. Actually, no, you keep holding it. Thank you. My lovely lady partner is doing this, even though we should be having a bath together right now. Don't mind me sharing that? So Luke Harper asked for his release back in April, and it was for very similar reasons. Like, yeah, the money's good here, but we just feel like we're not valued as performers. Luke Harper, his contract is rumoured to be up sometime next year. He had a bit of a push last year with the Bludgeon Brothers. Of course, he was part of the Wyatt family, but there's always been this thing that Vince McMahon reportedly doesn't like him because he saw Luke Harper, this guy from New York, really imposing physique, great look, big bushy beard, fantastic wrestler, big bushy beard. I think Luke Harper's got something about him, kind of like how Mick Foley did in that raw Cactus Jack kind of way. But Vince McMahon sees this guy from New York, sees the beard, doesn't think New York hipster. He thinks Southerner. You you've got to do a southern accent, which is why he kind of put him with the Wyatt family. And Luke Harper apparently couldn't do a very good southern accent. And Vince McMahon mentally gave up on him right there and then. So Luke Harper has never really got the time that other wrestlers in the Wyatt family have had. You know, like you look at that group, which is a really strong group actually in terms of talent. Luke Harper has never gotten a fair shake of it. It was always Eric Rowan who gets the spots over him. But I'm just trying to find Luke Harper's tweet. Yeah, so this is what Luke Harper requested all the way back in April. So this is April 16th. As of this evening, I've requested a release from WWE. The past 6 years have been a simply amazing journey around the world. I'm back with lifelong friends and family. I'm proud of it all. I'm proud to say I shared the ring with my co-workers. This decision, as difficult as it was, feels right for myself and WWE. My goal in the future is to continue to grow as a performer and person and continue to make my family proud. Thank you from the top to the bottom of WWE. Thank you to the fans for your undying support. Thank you, everyone. Flash forward about 7 months after he asked for that and they denied it. Luke Harper's been released. He's come to terms. Luke Harper and Sin Cara, they updated the original article. Let's go to the original article. Of course, WrestleTalk News, WrestleTalk.com for all your... It's not taking me to the right article. Anyway, wished him best in all their future endeavours. Well, there you have it. WWE are starting to release people. They released ACH about 9 days ago as well. So maybe we're going to get more releases before the year's out. But for now, thank you very much for joining me on this special breaking news edition of the WrestleTalk News. Press the videos that have just appeared on screen to catch up with other awesome WrestleTalk things. Great review of SmackDown yesterday. Another bit of insanity that Vince McMahon has backstage, apparently. He doesn't want to acknowledge that a certain height exists. I've been Ollie Davis, and that was wrestling.